always what? Easy. Business is business, so it's not always good, but it is always fun up in this deal. Is that okay?
That's all right.
This young man, guys, and he'll tell you his story, but he has had a success and plop, and now top of the game story. Is that all right?
Yes.
We call him the champ for several reasons. Everything he touched turns to gold. Whether it's you, no, y'all attack him now. Whether it's you, whether it's his beautiful wife, whether it's his children, whether his organization, whether he's sitting in an advisory council member, everything he touched turns to what?
Gold.
Because he is a pit bull. And when you hear from him, you will understand that nothing keeps this brother down. So I want you to stand to your feet, because I want you to hear from somebody I've got crazy respect to. This guy loves each and every one of us. He's up and down the interstate all the time. He knows this business inside and what? Out. Front and back. Side to side. And I absolutely love him as a brother. So I want to introduce to you none other than double and soon to be diamond Senior Vice President, Curt
Diamond.
Anderson.
Day. I'm excited to be here. This is a beautiful venue, yes?
Yes.
I'm supposed to make us some money, right? Well, first off, before I get into anything, I want to first give it back up to my sister, Senior Vice President, Ms. Janice Park. I also want to give up to Lester and Monique Garrett for not only emceeing, but also the introduction. Right?
Yes.
But now it's time to talk about money. Everybody say money.
Money.
Anybody here want to make some money?
Yes.
I'm not talking like part-time at Target. I'm talking about real money. Anybody want to make
Yes.
Absolutely. We ain't playing.
I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. You guys saw the video, so I don't have to say too much more about what I have going on, but I just want to let you know where I came from so you understand how I got to this point. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right, so she mentioned double platinum Senior Vice President. All that's great. Some of you may not even know what that means. Don't worry about it. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. Anybody seen The Wire?
Yes.
Y'all praying for me the way back, right? And I wanted to get out of Baltimore because I felt like I had a calling to come back and help people in Baltimore, but I knew I had to get out and learn some skills, get some education, do something. So I played sports through high school and got me into college. I went to the best university in the world, Norfolk State.
Oh, little state.
Awesome. But then after that, I did what most people did. I went and I got a job. I worked right downtown at Bank of America. I work customer service. Anybody here ever work customer service before? This is one of these. This is why it's kind of scary when you put this thing on, right? I used to call it Bank of America. I'm going to help you, right? That was me. But I was smart, all right? And I still am, all right? I wanted to get promoted, so I was an ear hustler. You ever heard of an ear hustler? Yeah. I was always listening to what the executives had going on. They started talking about some practice called Six Sigma, which is some fancy management stuff. I just so happened to be learning it at Norfolk State at the same time. They let me walk into their meeting, tell them what I knew. I got promoted. I went from making $19,000 to making $72,000 in one day.
Six Sigma. Your auntie was taking
for me. I didn't even know what to do with that type of money. I mean, I still was just out of college, right? So I think to myself, okay, well, this is going to be good. But eventually, my lifestyle and my pay caught up. Anybody ever here, you got a paycheck, but still find yourself having more months than money?
Yes.
That was me, all right? So I had to figure out, okay, what do I do next? And I also, during that same time, was a party promoter on the side. Anybody know a party promoter? This is before Facebook. Right now, you probably get bombarded on Facebook with all these different white girls having a party every week. But we did the old-fashioned way.
Candy Bar too,
right? And inviting you, right? And I was doing really well with that. But when Bank of America stopped for me because Bank of America decided not to rebid on the contract, which was my job, I had to leave or take a pay cut. But since I had some things thriving in the background, I decided to go ahead and leave. And I opened up my own restaurant and nightclub right in Virginia Beach called the Ultra Lounge. All right? So I had that entrepreneurial mindset. It was my first time in business, but I knew that, you know what, if it's to be, then it's up to me. Anybody have that attitude? Mm-hmm. So it did really well. I had it going for a couple of years, and then I realized one thing. That business started to overheat. I was putting in at least 12 hours a day, on weekends 16.
Yep.
Find myself falling asleep in the restaurant nightclub, waking up there, rushing home to take a shower, change, and come right back. I said, well, this is a lot of money. It's the money I've been looking for all my life, but do I want to give away all my time? Y'all see I got a lot of kids, right? So I'm thinking to myself, well, what do I do? Well, the city of Virginia Beach helped me out a lot. They shut it down. Not exactly what I was looking for, but oh well. Nothing I did wrong. They actually were widening Witch Duck Road. If you're familiar with the area, you know, Witch Duck Road just got widened not too long ago. And they kicked me out so they could widen the road. They basically told me to get lost. I moved back home. But life got real. There was no nightclub I could just go and purchase. A year went by, and the money that I had saved up eventually dwindled away. How many people here could go a year without working? Whatever savings you have will probably dwindle away, correct?
Yep.
So I found myself having to go get a regular job. And I'm not talking about the nice job I had at Bank of America. I'm talking about a job with a 30-minute lunch break. Anybody ever had one of those?
Yep.
I used to choke on Chipotle to get back to work. And I said to myself, this can't be life. I know I deserve and I'm worth more than this. But I had to keep a job because I'm a man with responsibilities, yes?
Yep.
So a few months later, I heard about 5 Links. And almost that same day, I got a message on Facebook. Anybody here on Facebook?
Yep.
And a message from this young lady who I hadn't seen since I was 12. Matter of fact, she was my girlfriend when I was 12. I saw her. And she said, hey, look, I heard you used to do well when you were in Virginia. Now that you're back in Maryland, maybe like minds need to connect. Let me paint this picture of where I was in Maryland. I was in my dad's basement. My dad had pets that he didn't name. You understand what I'm saying?
Ben.
I was getting back on my feet, but it was taking a long time to get back on my feet. Anybody ever take a long time to get back on your feet? So I'm thinking to myself, all right, let me see what she's got going on. I go into her Facebook page, and I do what any self-respecting man would do. I stalked her page. Fellas, don't act like you never did, all right? And I said to myself, my goodness, she's got some good things going on. So we winded up meeting. Now, I came in my best suit. She came in jeans and a t-shirt. While I thought this was going to be a business meeting, she changed her mind and figured out this would be a good first date. So I didn't get started in 5 Links that day. I wish I could tell you this dream story that I did, but I didn't. We dated for about 6 months, and then she said, why don't you come out and hear me speak at this convention? It was similar to this, but it was in a big stadium almost.
Yeah.
And there was about 15,000 people there, and she sat me in the front row. And I had no idea she was doing this well. I had no idea 5 Links was making this type of money because I thought it was small change. I thought it was a couple of $100 a week type of thing. But then I found out that millionaires were being created in this industry. And I saw the
Praise
people
the
walk
Lord.
on stage. You ever see somebody just look like money?
Yep.
And I said, I don't know how much this guy's making, but man, that's a nice suit. Right? And I kept seeing it over and over and over again, and then that moment hit me. Russell Simmons stepped out on the stage.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And to me, who has a past of an entertainment, to see Russell Simmons, that was big. And I was floored. I said, you know what? I'm signing up. And I signed up right while I was sitting in my seat. I pulled out my iPad. I figured out my own. I just signed up. She didn't even ask me to sign up. A lot of y'all were invited here. She didn't invite me for that. I just said, if Russell has anything to do with it, I'm in. If these guys in these fancy suits are really making money, I'm in. And by the way, I Googled it to make sure it was legal. You can probably see I'm way too light skinned to go to jail, right?
No, that's right.
So I got in right then and there. I said, this is my time. I'm going to use this thing to get back on my feet. And I had the ability, and I was able to get the guidance from this young lady who I found out later. You never want to ask a woman how much she makes. I found out later, after we've been dating for a long time, and as you can see by now, we're married, that she was already a multi-millionaire by the age of 32 when we met.
Y'all hear that, Petersburg? Y'all hear that?
And I don't know what type of blood you have in your veins right now, but my blood was saying to me, if she can do it, then damn it, I can do it too.